Everybody, my name is Eric. I'm making a game. That game is called the Godkiller. It's a puzzle adventure game. I've been saying different things, like it's a action puzzle or it's a 3D top-down puzzle solving adventure game. I don't know. It keeps evolving, this description of what the game is. And just like the last set of games that I released, I was miffed that the world did not have a set of vocabulary that allowed me to quickly express what that game was. Godkiller, the Godkiller, is suffering from the same problem, perhaps. So at a glance, you'd look at it and you'd say, oh, it's got blocks. It's like a kind of a Sokoban type thing. No, please. All right. Let me do a quick demo. Now, I've not been on as much, although I've been extremely busy. The reason is just that the things that I have to demo or work on are story related, because right now I'm in the middle of cranking out all of the story dialogue in the game, including all the scripting that causes characters to say different things. So I've picked one little slightly spoilery thing from a level that I did yesterday, and I don't want to show any plot events. I definitely don't want to do that, but I don't think it hurts too much to show this little game thing that I put inside of one of the levels. Okay, so normally okay. All right, so there's this bird. It speaks some kind of weird language that sounds like English, and you can kind of make out what he's trying to say some of the time. And then he says, "I'm going to help you." He says, "I'm going to help a buddy." And supposedly he's going to tell you exactly how to solve the puzzle. So he says, push a block, and then M says, "Which one?" And M, that's the main character you're controlling. She has figured out the bird's language and she knows how to speak it, but she's not expert in it. She's not perfectly fluent. So she goes around and says, "Dism, like this one, right?" Bird says, "Nah, not that one." You go to a different block. "This the block?" "Yeah, that's the one." Now he doesn't say which way to push it. Alright, so he responds with encouraging words and says, pick another block to push. "Is this one?" "No, it's another block. It's an other blocker." "This one?" "Yeah, that's the one." Now, I could misinterpret his instructions. "Hodahu," and then maybe I don't quite understand him right, and I push it, and then he gets angry. He goes, "Not a blocker." And M says, I'm sorry. Which blocker do we push? This one?" "Ah, no. This one?" "No, another block. Different block." "This one?" "That's the blocker." Goody doody. Alright. So I won't continue beyond this because then we get into plot events and I don't want to spoil those. Just a quick little demo of this silly bird friend that M has. Plundy was meant to be a bit of a relief from the rudeness and hostility of the other characters in the game. Because everyone's being kind of mean or shitty to M as she moves through this afterlife world. And I just want to give her one or two friends, or at least people she's on good terms with. Because otherwise it just feels too friggin' bleak. It's too much. At least, maybe it's not too much. At least it's not giving the feel that I want. You want the player to have a little hope. It's not so dark and terrible, Okay. So I actually have some non-story work to do. And I'm going to use this session to work through it. Just an old-fashioned work stream like I haven't done in a while. And maybe people hop on, maybe not, but I just keep working. So I'm going to work for maybe a few hours and see if I can put in a few new features. Actually, they're pretty mild features. I'll show what I'm trying to do. So here's the settings screen. I want to have a setting to show faces or not. And if you uncheck it, then no faces will pop up above the characters. And I have two reasons for putting this in. One, Alex Harvey, who's making like videos to post out to, you know, like Twitter and places like that, he would like to be able to, in some cases, just not show a face, so that for the purpose of whatever video he's making, it will be a little bit simpler and quicker. Second reason is I do anticipate we will have players that do not give a shit about the story, but they like playing the levels. They like solving the goals of the level that are built into the game mechanics. And they don't like the story. They'd rather just kind of turn it all off. So if they don't want story, what they can do is they can turn off the subtitles, turn off the speech, and turn off the faces. This game is entirely playable without paying attention to story. And that might be a nice way for me to have some people play and enjoy this game who are actually offended by the story, which is about you picking a fight with God, basically. So yeah, I'm not here to offend people. I'm also not here to please all the people, but it's a pretty easy thing to just add a show face checkbox, show faces checkbox, just like my show subtitles, and you can turn it on or off if you want. Okay, the last thing I wanted to add was subtitle size. And I think I'll take the size that's here as normal. And I'll also have a small and large setting. And again, this has two reasons. One is like for making Alex's marketing videos, it's sometimes useful to have oversized text. So that when you've got a small little video that's off on a Twitter or wherever, Facebook, TikTok, you can have some very large text that's easy to read as dialogue goes by. Other reason is the player. The player might like to have the subtitles but not have them be so prominent, then they turn them down to a smaller size. Or they might be missing the subtitles because they're a little bit smaller and just maybe more comfortably able to read them at the super large size. So those two things I'm going to try to get in this session. It's going to be a little bit of design within Unity of the screen, and then there's going to be some coding. Okay. I'm just remembering where I put things. So here's my settings screen. That checkbox was hard to get in the right place. I'm not sure why exactly. Why do I have the Z on it so far out? I'm not sure. Let me see if that Z matters. Because it is really positioned in strangely. Alright. Yeah, just because it's bugging me, I'm going to try. Let's put it at 0. Which seems to be fine. And then if it is fucked up, I'll put it back. It's one of those things where I can't remember if I had a reason for making that change or not. It seems to be fine, so I can leave that as it is. Let's also go to some level besides the plenty level, because I do not want to story spoil any further than I have. Save. Open scene. My old crummy test level. Small, simple. Oh, also it's got some code that will generate subtitles. Okay. Then we go to the booter again. Settings screen. Open the prefab asset. Okay, now I'm thinking, do I want to keep this checkbox and have a slider off over here? If I do, then there's no place to put size. Like, I can't make one exactly the same as this. I'd have to, like, could also do subtitles, colon, and then have a slider over here and have all the way over here on this side be off. Let me see if there's any options built into these sliders that would let me segment them. Not trying to do anything real special with this screen. I'm not trying to wow anybody with it. It's just a setting screen. Yeah, this kind of thing. Let me see the Unity docs on slider. I'll check this one first. Oh, that's what I was just looking at. Unity. Rhizophone. Constraint? I have not. I'm learning about what's possible here. What's possible and what's easy. That's those two things. Let's see. Let's take a look at the properties. Maybe it says constraint. You're like what you're talking about. Oh, maybe whole numbers. Could do whole numbers and set my minimum and maximum values. Constrained of integer values. That sounds promising. Cool. So I guess let's duplicate the speech slider. Just for now. Oops. Move the toggle down. And we'll say let's go to 4 options, or actually 3. So it'll be 4 options, 0 to 3. Okay, and then it'd be nice if it like automatically drew something to show the divisions, but I can add it in myself, just like with some separate components or game objects. I just put some text underneath that says off, small, normal, large. Okay, let's just see how that works just for now. Yeah. We got the knives. I gotta remember remove the handler from that or replace it. We got the knives. We got. Yeah, that's the way to do it. We got the knife. We got the. Cool. Okay, let's take off that. Yeah, this one here. Okay, we'll make this be some other method. So let me go make that method. Okay, and this one's going to change. I won't need any more. It'll be faces. Let's see. Cool. This is going to work. So then I'll put some labels down here underneath each option. Come on, where? There it is. There, got it. Just want them to be in the same order as on the screen, so it's easier to find them. Okay, there's this label here. There's the background, fill area, handle slide area. Okay. Let's just duplicate this. I don't know what that does. Oh, that must be the pivot. Let's make it a little bit larger when it gets localized later. I don't have to worry about it having to change. Even a little bit larger. 100, okay. I guess let's set the font smaller. Okay, just drag this. Yeah, okay, that's much easier. Okay. Do I want to center this? I think it is a little bit better if it's centered. So let's center. Okay. No, not that one. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can stop trying to round this to whole numbers. It must be the floating point representation doesn't want to do it. Okay. So normal, one more. Duplicate. Yeah, I want to become famous. How do I do it? With bigfollows.com. Come on, Twitch. You gotta figure out how to deal with this bot that's been with you for at least a year. At least a year. Come on. I feel like I could write them a regular expression that would filter out that bot just fine. I mean, they'd have to keep on updating it with the bot, but it wouldn't be hard, man. It just wouldn't be that hard. Maybe I'm wrong. I should be careful too. I'm actually applying for I did apply for a job at Twitch. I've got an interview with him. So I can't complain too much. Okay, so that looks like it could work visually. Oh, they just didn't. They're not there at all. What's that about? Let's see if I can figure this out with the scene view. Did they go someplace? No, I see them here. What to make of that? Maybe I need to have them be outside of that slider game object. Maybe the slider game object just doesn't, it manages its own children and it doesn't like them, doesn't want to render them or something like that. I don't know. In the scene, they're there. Let me see. Let's see what they look like in the inspector. Okay, they're enabled. The renderer it's on. Is this a Z thing? It's on the right layer for the camera to pick it up. I don't know. Maybe some tricky code with those UE components where they render what they want to render. I don't know. It's strange. But yeah, let me try. Let's just to rule it out. Let's see if the Z order is affecting it. I think this is a translucent anyway, so if it was behind it, that you'd still see it. But let me just make sure. So I'll set the Z. So I'll do it positive. Nope. I'll do it negative. Nope. Did not affect visibility. It's just maskable. Nope. Is it like maybe the height is too small and it's cutting out? No. All right. Well, the first idea I have is just to take them outside of this game object and put them just reparent them. Come on, there it is. Bam. Okay. And that's with the idea that maybe this slider's got some custom rendering code that is like looking for specific things underneath to render. So if I've just got the labels here, then it should be different. Let's try that. Oh! I think I know what it is. Didn't do the save. Okay, this will probably fix it. Okay, that fixes that. Okay, small can go a little bit to the right. Okay, let's see. Small, I'll get, how far do I want to go? Say half a character. Here, more, the size of an M. Here, that half the size of an A. Large can come to the left, about the size of half an A. Okay. So since I'm pretty sure it was the save that fixed that, I'll put these back inside there. And then we'll just go fix them one by one. Off was fine. Small goes to the right, just a little. Normal goes quite a bit to the right. Okay, large comes left, just a little. All right. And just make sure these all stayed at the same height. Bam. Okay. Might as well get the path here, the route, working the right way. Where do I set that? Oh yeah, it's up here. Okay, so if we select on down, okay, music goes to music should go to down to speech. Wait, which one do I have picked? Oh no, I've got speech. Okay. Speech goes down to subtitles. Okay. And on subtitles, we go up to speech, down to face toggle. That's correct. Face toggle. And we go up to subtitles, down to the back button. All right, let's try that. Save. Okay, I did. Good. Okay, navigation's good. Pretty close. Pretty close. Small, normal could both go to the right just a tiny bit. Large is good. I'm not going to try to get super precise on them. didn't save. I have to remember to do that save. This is weird. Oh yeah. Let me see. I think since I've already established this convention of putting these labels down here, I might repeat the off up here. It'll be busy. It'll be very busy. It might not be bad if I do. Different color. I have to make a new font. Let's keep it simple, because you know what will happen is I'll add, like, before I'm done, I'll end up adding more settings to this screen. At some point there'll be too many settings on the screen. I'll have to split it out into multiples, and like, I don't know all the settings that are going to be on this screen yet, so there's no point in over designing. This is good for now. Let's get into the functionality that actually changes. Just want to make some change so it allows me to do a save. You're not letting me save? Alright, let's do... Can you save now? Okay. Alright, save that. Cool. I'll just make sure it actually saved. Okay. So... open my door. Keep it cooler in here. It's warm outside. So the first thing is, gotta go modify my structure that holds all the player settings to add some more stuff. Player info. Whenever I start writing out comments like this, I should just define some constants. Okay, so let's do... I could do an enum, but then... Yeah, let's do an enum. Okay. was thinking I do want to get rid of subtitles enabled flag eventually, since I have this size here, which is going to be redundant with it. But I don't want to hose the settings file for my playtesters. So just say to do remove later redundant with subtitle size. Okay. So we got that. And then let's go back to the settings screen. Okay, so we want this to be rounded to a new setting. So player info subtitle size. Oh, yeah. Okay. I can do Is that how it works? You should be able to make like an alias or something for it. Oh, it's in Godkiller boot. That's the other way around, maybe. Okay, so then come down here. I can get rid of all this extra. Bam, okay. That's more concise. Okay, so that handles that. Faces toggle, this one, pretty easy. Player info changes. Faces enabled equals value. Okay. Then I have to, when I come in and set this up, I have to set the initial values based on player settings. I think that's what I called it. So we'll say yeah, let's just make a set subtitles size slider transform parent transform slider value equals build it, see if it builds. Okay, maybe this works. Let's see. I guess the first test is okay. So I loaded in the normal setting from the player info. That's great. Show faces is on.
We got the knives.
Okay. Let's set this to something different. Let's set this to something different. I didn't see any errors. Good. Okay. I'll exit. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to see if the settings were persisted and they're loaded in correctly. They are. Okay. So the next part would be just enabling those settings. Not enabling them, but causing those settings to affect the game and what it shows. I think I'll do the faces first because the faces are bugging me right now. If I was doing this right, they would just automatically turn off when you go to the settings screen, but I think I'm not doing it right. Bogasebi! What's going on? Happy Sunday. It's going excellent. You wouldn't even believe it. I'm putting so much time in on it. I'm not streaming much because the stuff I'm working on mostly is story, and that just spoils the whole game for anybody that wants to play it if I put that out there. So the overall thing, here's my overall schedule. Here we are here in April. I'm just blazing through these levels to add all the dialogue into the levels. And so it's just all story right now. When I get to June, I need to have all the dialogue done, because then we'll have the voiceover actors doing recording. So I'm prepping for that. That's why not much streaming. That's the only reason. But I've been working on the game every day. Thank you. What you been up to? Yeah. Oh, terrible IRL. Horrible IRL. Always taking us away from making games. All right. So I think... No, this is not the place where it gets initialized. I don't think it is. Is it players? Wait a minute, what is this? Oh, I already did this code. Okay, cool. Okay, so if you hit the back button, what does that call? Exit, hide, stop all the audio, set the player info. This is the next thing I need to look at. Okay, players, set player info, update subsystems from settings. Okay. That's a good comment I wrote to myself. Okay. No, it's not a bootable. Okay. That's fine. I don't have to add a new method. Oh, I could just... Does it work for me to just enable and disable it? I don't think it does, because I think it might work. Because if I say enabled equals false, then that means all the lifecycle methods of the face manager component won't be called. So it won't call update. Let me just try it. Oh yeah, because I had the setting turned off. Let me turn it back on. No, it doesn't seem to work. So it works in one direction but not the other. So probably I need to write my own flag or state in there that sets it enabled or not. Let me just, I'm close to having it work with this really cheap way, so let me just check a few things. No, it doesn't seem right. Okay. So let's bring up Face Manager. So I like that I already have code to just hide all the faces. I can just use that without having to write anything else. Let's see how this does. It's not keeping that setting. Oh, I must be missing something for updating that. Okay. I think that's a problem. So let's go fix that. Players, what is it, like a copy that's not being made? DZ. Hey. How's it going? I'm very good. I'm very good. You know me, always busy on my game. It has not let up. I just haven't been streaming because it would be spoiler city. I haven't been streaming as often. Let's see. I do need to fix these to take the new settings. So. How's the game going? Is that guy letting you get in the code base? Is he merging any of your PRs? Let's see, faces. Let's see. Just keep it simple. Off. Or just say I need that cast? No, that should work. Okay, cool. Subtitles. Maybe like this. We'll say subtitles size equals, bam, like that. Okay, so that's just a little output that goes into the log. That's not actually the bug that I need to fix. Set player info. How do you do it? Player info equals. Okay, so I'm just copying, not even copying the data, I'm just setting the instance. Oh, this one might be important though. Player info equals. Yeah, because it would have seemed, according to this function, that there was no change made. I need to add in some more. Oh, huh. That's right, I'm using this toString thing to check for equality. And as long as I put all the information in the toString, it should allow it to detect correctly that the settings have changed. Okay. That may fix that problem. Okay, let's see if we can turn those faces on. Okay, now it's retaining the setting. Good. All right, then the faces are back on. Good, 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 good. Okay, then let's turn them back off. Ideally, it would turn them off inside of this settings screen, but actually, if I fix another bug later that just hides the faces when you go to the settings screens, it'll be moot. So that's fine. One down. The other one is this subtitle size thing. That might take a little more work. Let's just do a git commit before I maybe mess this up. Okay. Let me think. What's the best way to do this? Not here. Back up. Subtitle pane. Let's open that. So one thing is that the subtitles, even though they're at normal, they're sized in such a way that if I had a longer subtitle on the screen, it would take up most the width of the screen. It's just that most of the time my subtitles are not that long. I've broken them up pretty good. There's another option though, is it where you just fit it to match the width available to you. Auto size. Let me just see what that looks like. I can turn it off later on. It kind of works. Might not be a bad accessibility option too. So what happens if I resize the screen? No, it got bigger. Well, that's pretty big. It's not stupid big, but you know, it's like pretty good size. If I had a subtitle that needed to be like that was too large to fit, let's see what happens with that. I can contrive that to test it. Okay. Let's try that out. Yeah, nice. That's pretty elegant. That's doing well with a variety of situations. Okay, I like that option. Okay, so we'll say at the largest, it will auto size at size large. Okay. Otherwise, if we want, say we want something smaller. What should I try? 18? Let's try that one. That actually doesn't look like a bad first guess. Oh, I forgot to update the prefab. Save. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna be easy. Sometimes it's easy. Okay. I feel like I got lucky in this one. So let's set that to the normal. Then we go to the subtitles panel. Subtitle pane. They're enabled as well. Okay. Okay. Switch size. the code that calls this. Huh. This might actually be a little bit tricky. Because if I come in from boot, these systems are booters, they persist between scenes, whereas these do not. So every time I load a scene, I would have to update these settings. But let me just for the moment, let's make sure it works. Then I'll figure out the boot stuff. Oh, it's hot outside. It makes me really feel like shaving my head down. I need to do that anyways. Okay. Make sure this builds. What is this persisting? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay, I can fix that. I think also, just to make it extra safe. Nah, come back to that. Come back to that. All right, let's see if it works. Okay. It looks like there's some kind of issue. I'm guessing, yeah, that's an issue right there. It's an order of execution problem. Okay. Maybe? Actually, now I'm not sure. Let's go up to the top. Look at the first error. Okay, yeah. Order of execution. Can't set the subtitle size yet. Okay. I will be right back. May I throw the trailer on? trailer's not working at all. Never mind that. Just never mind that. Alright, that might have been annoying. I don't know. Okay. So the bug that I have is the one that we need to fix anyways. Which is that we need it to set these things on boot. Or not boot actually, but like when the scene loads. So there's no order of execution problem. So we can do where I'm getting lost in all my modules. Players. Okay. So I can do public void Thinking about my design there. I normally don't like to write code like this where you say just if we got it, do something. If we don't got it, don't do something. Let's say returns true if successful, false if scene objects are unavailable. We got a nicer contract here. So face manager. That's a better contract. Okay. Down here. It's okay, I don't need to check the return value. And this might even not be needed, but yeah, okay. Let's go to main object. and get to start. Players. If I was doing this again, I don't want to redo all the code that is basically working. I would say that any scene object that is not truly specific to that level, I would just put it inside of the don't destroy and load game object that I got, and just let it persist from one scene to the next. That would be a nice way to do it. And when I create new things, I just put them all there. It's better because you don't have to think about losing references and getting the same reference back to the thing. Yeah, it's just a lot easier to manage. Oh, also it cuts down on the scene load time to have less objects to load in the new scene. So yeah, if I was doing it again, I'd put everything not specific to a level inside there. Maybe even some things that need to be tweaked for one level, I might still put in a persist between scenes object and or don't destroy and unload object, and just when the new level loads, have those objects be configured specifically for that level. Because right now I've got this subtitle pane, which is a game object in every scene or every level based scene, and it loads up and it's there. It doesn't need to be that way, but I don't want to refactor it now. I can do that later. Okay, let's see if this solves it. I should probably turn off my maximize. You can see null reference there, so let's back out. Turn off this guy here. See what the first thing is that you're complaining about. Okay, so this is order of execution again. So the text object has not yet been set. Real easy way to deal with this. We just set the subtitle size in a variable. I've got two use cases to consider. One is when it's initializing for the first time, and this gets called before. And the other one is when it's been loaded in the scene, it's started, but I went to like the settings screen, I changed the subtitle size. I have to handle both cases. But let's do it like this. init. I need the text object basically. So let's say there's too much coupling there. Let's set a variable for initialization, and we'll say bool is initialized. Oh, come on. Okay, this will be is initialized. It's true. So there's a good default. Let's do normal. Okay. Now that's got a decent chance of working. No maximize, good. Okay. Now it's on small. Let's set it to something else. Cool. I like it. Let's do the big one. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, I think I got it. Let me check how this works. With maximized. And then this might be the end of the session coming up pretty quick here. It would be nice to get this background to update right after the size changes. So if I go down to small, the background hasn't resized yet. As soon as I hit continue, it resizes. So let me see how hard that would be to add in. This being set. Oh, okay, background margin width. Okay, what is that called? when text gets set. So okay. Okay. Do I need to keep doing this though? I don't. Or do I? Huh. Let's see, what does it depend upon? No, I do need to do it each time I change it. Okay, this might work. Let's try it. Then I think I might be saying goodbye, because I will have done the things I set out to do at this point. And the rest of the day would be like story stuff, which I want to do offline. Okay, settings, small. Okay, that's pretty good. Cool. I think that's working pretty well. Cool. I had 2 new settings. I think they're useful. I don't think they're too under-polished. I think those are releasable. Like I could release with that. Alright, so I'm going to call victory. I'm going to say that is a session. That is a stream. I'm going to close it down. And it's good to see some of the regulars hanging out here. Razaphone, Bugasebi, DZ. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for hanging out. Anybody else that might be lurking, I will catch you later. Alright, stopping the stream, stopping the stream, stopping the stream.